Hello, everybody. What's up? Me, Toy Ain't
Not
Nice.
much.
And we're here post Elimination Chamber results. I'm here as my friend Tim, as always. What's up, Tim?
Hello, everyone. Not much. Not much.
Right,
Mostly wrestling.
Wrestling is all about wrestling today. So we're gonna talk about obviously the results of said elimination match that was on last Sunday. What did you think of it overall?
Sunday. Overall, regarding the pay-per-view itself, I honestly felt it was mixed. I have to say.
I had mixed feelings.
Yeah, so do I. Actually, there was some good stuff. There was some really good stuff, and then there was some not so good stuff.
Okay.
I mean, I guess after the Rumble, which we basically liked almost all of it, I think.
Yeah.
It was probably improbable that we went straight into another really good one, but.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like WWE style. Like, there's a really good pay per view, and then there's like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, let's put it like the good things about it was that the things in this pay-per-view that had to be good was good.
Right. Yeah.
So that's a positive at least.
All right. Well, let's get started. So we're gonna do the kick off with the 4-way.
Yep.
The reason why they had a 4-way was because Keith Lee was injured. I don't know when he got injured. I did not watch the Raw before Elimination Chamber.
It was kayfabe at the last. I think the very last evening. Lashley injured him kayfabe at the last Smackdown.
No, see, I didn't know. I didn't watch any of it.
I didn't either, but I read up on it when I realized what was happening.
He did some research. I did not. But whoever won this 4-way would be put into that triple threat match. So the 4-way was between Mustafa Ali, John Morrison, Ricochet, and Elias.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty good. I actually enjoyed that 4-way.
It was a really good match. 4-way dances are difficult to make really good because again, so much going on at the time, and
yeah, it's also kind of like last minute.
Yeah, but no. I mean, these are good. These are good wrestlers, and they work. They seem to work well together. So
and it was
I don't think
it was also like you said last time. It was good for John Morrison to
yes.
get a title or something like that as well, so that was good too. So
exactly, Morrison won, I guess we can say.
Yes, he won.
I doubt anyone comes to this particular stream not knowing the results. If you do, well, I am sorry, but there is going to be unmarked spoilers.
Yeah, that's why it's called the results, because it's automatic spoilers. So if you came here to I don't know. I mean, if you came to watch, cool, but you came here for don't spoil the spoilers. Oh, too late.
But anyway, John Morrison won. It was a good match. It was a really good match. It worked well together. For what it was a really good match.
Yeah, I think also, side note, I think I think the what's the retribution probably gonna start attacking him pretty soon. The way things are going for him.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah, we're just waiting on that.
Retribution had enormous potential, and honestly, they got fucked up by their names. I'm still sure it was the name. Everything went going well, but you cannot expect me to take someone called Slapjack and T-Bar seriously.
For real. It's like, okay. Or have fucking Ali as your leader. I can't take that seriously, but that's just me personally.
There's a lot of things we can't take seriously about it.
That's just me personally.
They can turn it around. Let's also say I don't think so.
So yeah. So you'll see John Morrison later on in the evening.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and a great match. You should go. I know it's on the pre-show, but
Yeah,
if you haven't seen it, you should go do it.
You can go
it's
watch
a really fun match.
You don't even have
for
to
what,
have.
for what it
You
is.
can watch it on YouTube. It's on the Kickoff Show on YouTube, so you can watch it on there.
Yeah.
You don't even have to pay all that money. Anyway, let's go to Smackdown Elimination Chamber. We have King Corbin, Jey Uso, Kevin Owens, Daniel Bryan, Sami Zayn, and of course Cesaro. I actually like this
let
one.
me just.
It was
I like this one a lot.
I really like this one. This one was good.
This was one of my. This was really good. I mean, I can say already that the 2 chamber matches was my favorite stuff of the evening.
Yeah.
And which one of them was best, it's hard to say for me, but SmackDown was really good. I love what they're doing with Sami Zayn right now. I love the character he's playing. Just
yeah, definitely.
Complete
I mean,
out of his mind, egotistical conspiracy nut.
Yeah.
It's working so well.
It fits his character. It fits.
Yeah. And it especially helps because without, audience, you can hear everything they are saying. And, I mean, Sammy has always been good on the mic. And with this, he just seems to be having so much fun with it.
Yeah, him and his little camera crew and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy. I love it. But, yeah, some of the matches, some of the highlights, what were your favorite highlights of, this match?
Of the match, Cesaro and Bryan, both early in the match and at the end, had a couple of really good back and forth. Cesaro and Bryan are both, amazing workers, and they work really, really well together. Especially the stuff they had, when they were some of the early people in the ring. They were going at it. They were almost stealing the show, I feel.
I like it. Yeah.
I also.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go.
Go.
Yes. See, we're wrestling or something. Saint's entry. Again, it's just a little bit of silliness I think wrestling can use, and especially since it's basically a callback to the coward heels of the old days, where he refuses to come out of the pod, and then
the same thing. He just Sami Zayn didn't want to come out, and Cesaro was like, "Oh no, you can't." And he's right behind him, no.
Yeah, it was brilliant. If you haven't seen it yet, Sami Zayn refused to come out of the pod and fight. Was it Corbin? I think it was Corbin. Someone, and Cesaro actually kept the pod door closed until they opened another one and Cesaro was standing there. It was like, whoa, what the heck? It was amazing. It was amazingly fun. I also, when Cesaro eliminated Corbin, we got a Cesaro eliminated Corbin, by the way. We got a Cesaro swing without them holding onto their heads. I understand why they do it normally, but I actually like that because it makes the move look a bit less like a children's game.
Right, exactly.
I mean,
maybe we should explain how the Elimination Chamber works. People might not know.
Let's do that. let's do that in case someone don't know. Will you want to do that?
Yeah. You can go ahead.
Yeah. Alright. Elimination Chamber is usually 6 people. It can be more or less, but it's usually 6 people. 4 of them are sequestered in pods. It's inside a Hell in a Cell kind of structure. Not quite Hell in a Cell, but it's the same thing. It's a steel cage with a roof. Inside it's bigger than the ring, and there is these 4 pods in it. In those 4 pods, 4 of the contestants are placed, and 2 people start the match. And then at certain intervals, at random, one person comes out of the pod and joins the match. People can be eliminated by pinfall and submission. It is no disqualification, and you can be eliminated from the very get-go. So theoretically, you could very fortunately come in at the very end and be the only one left with one person who has fought the entire match and eliminated everyone else and is really tired.
Yep.
That is basically how it works.
Yep. You know what I like? One of the funny parts was when Sami Zayn was trying to get Kevin Owens, be on the side. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, remember we used to be a team.
We used to be a team. We used to be good friends.
Come
We're
on.
absolutely bang, boom, slam.
Nope.
That was glorious.
Ain't no friends in here.
I mean, those two. I know it's only been 3 or 4 years. I could see those two having a feud again because they work so well together.
Well, they do.
Like,
that was such
so
a good feud.
well.
That was such a good feud too, but
Yeah.
I think didn't eliminate didn't Kevin Owens eliminate Sami Zayn?
I
think so.
can't remember,
Yeah,
honestly.
I think he did.
Give me a second, because I actually have those notes up. Yes, Zayn was eliminated by Kevin Owens.
Yeah. So then, yeah, he did that, and then what happened with Jey Uso? Like slammed the door.
Uso.
Kevin Owens' arm. Like Uso.
Yeah. Okay. Cesaro first eliminated Corbin with a sharpshooter, and then Owens eliminated Sammy. I can't even remember what it was. Was it just the power bomb? I think it was the pop-up power bomb.
Probably.
I
can't remember.
And then Uso. Uso slammed the main door on Kevin Owens' arm.
Yep.
Basically, like probably kayfabe breaking it or whatever. And like doing it again and again and again, and then hitting
that
a
hurt
finisher.
my arm.
Yep.
I felt that pain. I was like, ouch.
Yeah, that didn't. I when I first saw it, I was like, this is an accident. This man just legitimately had his arm broken. But no, this was definitely not an accident. And Jey Uso eliminated him.
I really like Jey Uso's character right now, by the way.
I do, but I like Jey Uso. I don't actually like his character. That's one of the things I have. I don't know if I like him as Roman's like willing henchman. I think it would be a lot more interesting if he was. I mean, he seemed to have gone after his loss in their mini feud. He seemed to have gone like full Roman's sycophant.
No, I mean that's
or tribesman or whatever.
Anyway, everyone's supposed to be down at Roman's feet because he's the head of the table. You don't understand this?
Yeah. He's the head of the table. He's the chief of the tribe. He's a lot of things. I just think it would be a lot more interesting if Jey was like his sort of. He could still do the same things. He should still apply himself just as much, but doing it like a bit unwillingly. Like he lost this match, so he has to do it for Samoan honor or whatever. Whatever you want to call it.
He's not the head of the table. He needs to listen to Roman. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't care if you don't like it.
I don't mind Jey being
no one cares if you don't like it, Tim. It is what it is. You're not the head of the table.
Actually, I am sitting at the head of the table now, so Roman better do what I say. I could take Roman. I could take Roman.
Take him
I could take Roman. I could be WWE champion at Mania. No problem.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think we should leave that now. No, I like Jey as Roman's hatchet man. I wish they played his personality different, but that's something else. My other comments for this is that I am sick and tired of people kicking out of finishers when it's not necessary. That happened a couple of times in the chamber. I really think they need to start protecting finishers more.
I think they just do that because it's supposed to be like this big moment in this pay-per-view. So they always do that. They've been doing that since forever. It's like, oh, this is the big deal. It's like the other times it's like, oh, okay, whatever. This is a big deal. This is like the pay-per-view. This is like, you're supposed to have like extra power strength to kick out of all these moves, to kick out all off these finishers and everything else. Because like Smackdown, you ain't kicking out nothing. Like Raw, you ain't kicking out nothing. But like, oh, the WrestleMania, I'm gonna kick out all the finishers if I have to. They do this all the time. All
How
time.
many stumps did the Fiend take and kick out of that time?
A lot.
Um, yeah, sure. Let's go with one.
Let's go with a
No,
lot.
I still think they should use more reversals rather than kicking out of finishes. That's my
I mean, I agree they should
that's my
use more
personal
reversals
opinion.
to make it more believable, but yeah, but it is what
Yeah.
it is.
But that's me. The only other thing I have on this one, I think, again, overall, it was just a great match. It was fun. It flowed. It didn't feel like a half an hour.
Yeah.
And those are the best matches. The one I have is that I don't think Corey Graves works very well with Michael Cole. I know this is not wrestling; it's the commentator. The commentary is part of it. It seems like he's trying to do the same thing that Gorilla and Bobby Heenan used to do, with one being like the completely outrageous heel and setting the good guy commentator up for some banter. And if anyone haven't watched wrestling in the old days, go watch a match where you can hear Bobby Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon comment. Literally the best people ever. And again, Michael Cole is not a bad commentator. I actually like Michael Cole pretty well as just the random, play-by-play man. It's just for those of us who remember Corey Graves with Tom Phillips on NXT, it kind of feels like a waste that those two aren't together because they are playing so well off each other. They're working so well. That's just another comment I have. Anyway, Daniel Bryan wins the chamber match.
Yeah.
I still wanted it to be.
Uso eliminates Kevin Owens, so the news is Daniel Bryan, and it's
Daniel Bryan gets a running knee on.
And Uso eliminates Cesaro too. Cesaro actually lasted pretty longer.
Yeah, I still wanted it to be Cesaro, but I mean, if it had to be any of the others, I'm okay with Daniel Bryan.
So then Daniel Bryan wins, and then here comes Roman Reigns, obviously.
Yeah, that makes sense. We go straight instead of a match later in the night. Well, it is later in the night.
Universal Championship match. He ain't no fool.
Nope. We go straight into the championship match between Reigns and Bryan. My comments to that is, well, that was a disaster.
Well, we knew that Roman was going to win.
Everyone knew that Roman was going to win.
Oh, y'all knew that.
But there are ways of doing it, and I thought this was the absolute worst way of doing it. Because it's like the Elimination Chamber match was so good, and this just felt like it completely ruined it. Backwards ruined it. Because it's like, for those who don't know, Bryan and Roman. Bryan is basically injured in the ring after the chamber match. He jumps up on Roman and gets him in a yes lock. Roman powers out of it and gives him a spear and pins him. It took less than 2 minutes.
Well, I mean, I think
no, not a spear. Sorry, he puts him in Roman's submission move.
Yeah.
But like I said, it took less than 2 minutes, and I think it was dumb. Unless Bryan is legitimately hurt, I think this was really stupid because it totally invalidated the entire chamber match, in my opinion.
I mean, I think they just did that to show some dominance for Roman Reigns.
Yeah, but I don't think it was needed to that degree.
Well,
I really did. If you notice the audience, I mean, the WWE has almost complete control of the sound right now because they can turn on and off the Thunderdome people as they want. But if you looked at the audience that you could see on the Thunderdome, they really hated it. So I wonder if they are running into some X-Pac heat with this one rather than heel heat. X-Pac heat, by the way, is a term for, well, it was a term for Sean Waltman when he was X-Pac, who people used to boo, not because he was a heel, but because people literally hated him.
But
I don't know. Anyway, Reigns takes Bryan down in like a minute flat.
And he wins. And then Edge comes in and spears Roman Reigns. That was the best.
Yes.
That was like my
Edge
favorite
wins,
part.
spears Roman Reigns, and points to the sign. Point
Yep.
to the sign. They love it
He
when you
bends
point
down,
to the
starts
sign.
talking to him, tells him, "Hey,
Yeah.
I like your hair."
I like your hair.
I like
Oh
your
man,
hair.
who's doing your
Nails.
who's doing your nails? I really want to go hang out and do some girl things with you one
But
day.
first, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be Edge against Reigns at Mania, which everyone kind of knew, which is also why everyone knew that Reigns was maintaining at at Elimination Chamber. So again, it's not that Reigns wins that annoyed me. It's the way it happened. Is
The
what
way
you
he
can
won.
say. Yeah.
Not that he
I
won.
really
It's
feel
the
they
way
should
he
have
won.
made that into a match. They could have made that into a match and still had Reigns win. That's basically my
They
only
could have.
my only
Could
point.
have. But
Anyway,
they didn't. Okay, because they're rude.
obviously, we're now going to have a. We're probably. I would not be surprised if we had a Edge and Christian tag team with Roman and Jay at Backlash, and then the Edge and Roman at Mania.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know for sure, but I would not be surprised if it was the case.
Or at least something during the Smackdowns or something.
Oh, something like that. Yeah,
Something
but I mean,
like that.
we knew this was coming. I don't have a problem with Reigns maintaining. Reigns versus Edge is a match that could be fun to see. You know.
Battle of the man buns. Anyway.
Battle of the man buns. Spear versus spear. Head of the table versus table, ladders, and chair person.
Oh my. So, let's go to the triple threat.
Yeah.
United States. We got
championship title.
We got Riddle, we got John Morrison, and Bobby Lashley, who holds the title.
It was an interesting built match where Riddle and Morrison basically tried to work as a handicap match against Lashley in the first half of it or so.
I don't think it goes very well.
Basically powering through them.
Like, it didn't go very well.
It did not go very well, though. It did absolutely not go very well. By the way, is it just all of the matches really short? Apart from
it seemed like it was really short.
I don't think there's no match went above. I don't think a single match hit 10 minutes apart from the chamber matches, which is really weird. I mean, they should have more 2.5 hours. That's very short for a pay-per-view.
There was a lot of like side talk too, like other scenes or whatever.
Yeah. Again, the problem with that is, of course, that it's not that you can't have a good match in less than 10 minutes, but it's easier to have a good match if you have.
Like, with this triple match. Well, once again, I think it's like, oh, look, Bobby Lashley has all this power and control, so this match is gonna go by quick. Or whatever.
It wasn't a bad match at all.
It wasn't a bad match. It was actually a pretty good match. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I think
I at no point watching.
But yeah, okay.
Yeah, that be what that be. Yeah. At no point watching this match was I bored. I was again surprised it was over so quickly. But yeah, it was fine. Riddle pins Morrison.
Yeah,
while Lashley is out of the ring.
Yeah. Well, the reason why Riddle got to pin Morrison is because Morrison and MVP got into it outside the ring, and then
that's true.
Morrison took MVP's crutch and was about to go hit Bobby Lashley, and then Bobby Lashley put him in the Hurt Lock, and then Riddle got the crutch and basically broke it in half over Bobby Lashley, and then Bobby Lashley went out the ring, and then Riddle did his finisher and pinned Morrison. He didn't kick out.
He didn't kick out. One could have hoped for it, but we can't have everything, I guess.
Yeah, we can't have everything.
Now
Riddle is the United States champion. How do you feel about that?
I think those of us, those who watched us through our prediction video last week will know that this was almost the only result we didn't want.
Right.
So thank you for that, Vince. But
Well,
I mean,
we wanted to leave, but
fact
he
that
wasn't in, and I would have been fine with Morrison. I would have been fine with, but I would have been fine with Lashley keeping it. But you know, later on, we'll talk about that. Lashley later on.
The way the finish went makes sense with what happened later in the evening.
Yeah, as I said, we'll talk about Lashley later
we'll get
on
to that.
and later on. But yeah,
again,
so Riddle wins. Congratulations, Riddle.
Yeah, congratulations, Riddle. I mean, it's the first main.
I'm not saying that Riddle's a bad wrestler. He's a great wrestler.
Great wrestler. I just don't like him.
I just don't like his character.
It's that simple. We talked about this last Wednesday. I don't like his personality. I don't like his character. I just don't like him.
Nothing against him or anything. I just don't like him.
Very much to say. Good end to a short match. Should have been. I don't know. Should have been 5 minutes longer, in my opinion.
15, 20.
Overall, pretty decent.
So let's go to the women's tag team match, which was, I believe, was a replacement for the Asuka and Lacey match.
Lacey absolutely
is pregnant. She can't wrestle. Congratulations, by the way, to Lacey.
Congratulations to Lacey. Yeah. She seems to be a really awesome mother. So congratulations on a second, I guess.
Yes, yeah, congratulations. The more the merrier.
Yep.
But yeah, it was Shayna versus Bianca Belair and Sasha for the women's tag team belts.
Team shit. Yeah. My comment on this was, well, that was a match.
Yeah.
This was the low light.
A good filler where you go to refill your drinks and your popcorn, go to the bathroom.
This was the P match.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate it. I hate to say it because it harkens back to the Diva days, but this was literally you can go out and pee and get some more popcorn now.
Yeah, that was it. And that was kind of like a.
They are really playing into the my whole thing with Nia, aren't they?
Yeah, that's like the one thing I'm like, okay, it was funny the first time, let it go.
Yeah, but like every other move. We kind of get something like that. It's a bit silly now, to be honest.
Yeah, it really is. It's like, okay, we get it. Her hole. Yeah.
Yeah.
The ring went up her hole. How big is her freaking hole? Jesus.
Well, I don't want to. Listen, there's a lot of things I might care to know about wrestlers, but with all due respect, Nia Jax's hole is not one of them.
But yeah, so then. Whatever
hole we're talking
and
about.
obviously kept their titles. Reginald
again, this was.
I don't even know what the thing is between Reginald and Sasha.
Yeah. No. Again, that's also in my notes. Like, what the hell is the whole with Reginald? Wasn't maybe this is because I'm out of country. I'm not in America. I can't watch Raw and SmackDown on an average basis because, well, I can if I'm willing to pirate them, but. Don't pirate stuff, kids. It's very wrong. I can't watch the weekly shows on a constant basis. But weren't he with Carmella just 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand the whole.
I'm very confused.
Fascination or what's going on, or like is this like?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just
no.
Weird,
I don't either.
So like I don't know.
Again, it's not really a super good match. It was okay.
It was
fine.
It was fine. It was
It was a filler match. It was the pee break match. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. Lacey versus Asuka could have been a good match. This was like, okay, we need something to fill time.
Yeah. I mean, I think it would have been a little bit better if they had like a tag team like Elimination Chamber match or something like that. But I don't know. But.
Yeah, I don't get what
Which I don't even understand because I don't even understand like why it was Sasha and Bianca when what was it like a couple of Raws ago? Lana and Naomi had won.
Yes, Lana and Naomi has a title shot coming.
Title shot coming. So like, why didn't
they have an official title shot waiting? I don't know. Again, I don't. Sonya Deville versus versus Ruby Riott. We haven't seen that ever. It could be a fun match. I don't know. There's a lot of things they could do. I was very confused with what they did.
I mean, even if they could have had like freaking
I think
Mandy and
Mandy
Dana.
and Sonya. Mandy and Ruby, yeah. No, Mandy and Sonya, yeah.
No, Mandy and Dana. Mandy and Morgan are not together no more.
Mandy and Dana, yeah. sorry.
So, I mean,
See,
something I don't know because we already know. I don't know, but I think that Bianca's gonna defend Sasha at WrestleMania. That's what I think. She hasn't made it too make sure. She hasn't announced it yet, but that's what I'm thinking. So I don't know why they're putting them together like that. Maybe for some reason.
I don't know either. Maybe. Again, it wasn't. It
wasn't a bad match. It was a good match. It was just a match.
Yeah, we probably talked more about the match than it lasted. Talked longer about the match than it lasted, and it didn't deserve that. So let's move on. Nia and Shayna maintains as expected.
After Reginald tried to throw a champagne bottle to have Sasha use it. Sasha's like, I'm not gonna use it. I'm like, you would have used it before.
It was a very weird match. There was a lot of things that just didn't seem to make any kind of sense. But Sasha eats the pin.
And with a leg drop. So with a leg drop.
Yo.
Nia Jax, which I always hate that move, by the way. I don't know why.
What, the leg drop?
Yes.
You're not the biggest Hulk Hogan fan, then.
I like Hulk Hogan, but the leg drop was never like, oh Lord, I was like.
I mean, no, I think again, it worked for Hogan because he was Hulk Hogan. But it's true. A leg drop is one of those moves that just look. This shouldn't do enough damage to
be knocked out. Like you just don't go anywhere. Like, alright, sure.
We talked about before with Naomi's, butt to the face, or Bailey's Bailey to belly. Some finishes are just they are not damaging enough to be damaging.
Like what? Oh, okay, sure.
So you just took 3 power bombs, a DDT, 5 suplexes, and a Hurricane Rana from the top rope. But nope, what puts you down is someone lightly dropping their thigh on you. Absolutely, I'll buy that.
Thunder thighs, man, not just any thighs.
Thunder thighs. Well, I mean, it is Nia in this case, but nonetheless.
Alright, well, let's move on.
Great. The Raw Chamber match.
This one, by far, my favorite.
Absolutely. Again, I don't know if it was better than the Smackdown match, but I liked it more. Don't know why, I just liked it more.
I think it was better, especially at the end, because I was right. And I always like to be right, because it's always better that way.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, Drew McIntyre, the current WWE champion, defends against AJ Styles with Omos, Jeff Hardy, Kofi Kingston, Randy Orton, and Sheamus. So everyone in the ring has held the WWE main title at one point. These are all
former champions.
Which is pretty cool, all things considered.
And Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy start off.
Yes. They went back and forth for a while. There wasn't really any. Again, all the heels here are of the fighting heels kind. So there wasn't anything like with Zayn trying not to get in the ring. In fact, we had a problem with someone getting in the ring before planned.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because Omos, who, if you haven't seen recently, Omos is like this very, very big black dude that AJ Styles is walking around with.
9 feet tall or something. I don't know.
I think he's a former basketball player. He is very big.
He is a monster.
And he literally he ripped off like the outside
the plexiglass
outside part of the
pod.
pod. So when Randy
this
was...
what happens. This is what happens. Right, we have to say what happens first. So.
That's true. You tell. Go. You're good at this.
So then it was Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy was fighting, and then Drew came in, and then was it Kofi that came in next?
It was Kofi that eliminated Randy. Yeah.
Yeah. So Kofi came in next, eliminated Randy like immediately. Like as soon as he got in there, he eliminated him immediately. And then Randy Orton RKO'd Kofi, and who else did he RKO'd? I forget.
Everyone. Like
well,
normally.
not everyone. I think it was just Randy. I think it was just Kofi and Jeff Hardy, because I think.
I mean, there was only so and so many in the ring
I think Drew
McIntyre
McIntyre was already on the other side, like laid out. So then, and then AJ was like, open up this pod, and Omos was like ripping out the glass out of the pod, and like he like got out of the pod and like ran around to the front entrance, where he saw like Randy Orton and like he tried to like pin like one of them, but it didn't work.
Stare down, and then
it was.
They had a little stare down, and then AJ ran into the ring and started fighting.
Yeah,
that was.
He went way before his time, and then he got thrown out the arena. So that was good. Who knows what could have happened next?
Yeah.
That was funny. I'm like, he's not doing this right now. He's actually ripping out the glass out of the pod.
I mean, it's been a while since I've seen one of these bodyguards that, would actually terrify me. Almost suddenly standing in front of me would terrify the crap out of me.
Dude, he terrifies me, like, on the screen. I'm just like...
Yeah.
I'm just like, I cannot imagine I've seen him in person. I'm like, go ahead.
I mean, he is billed at 7'3". Now, no one says he is 7'3", but that might make him the tallest wrestler since the Great Khali.
Yeah.
He is very tall. And he is very big.
Yep, like he was like big muscular wise.
Yeah. He's a big meat boy.
He can pull out the glass out of a pod. I mean, come on. you haven't seen that. That was fantastic.
There is let's just put it, there's a lot of beef involved when Omos is here.
But yeah, he got thrown out for what he did.
Yeah, he got thrown out. But anyway, Omos gets AJ gets in the ring and start fighting. And eventually more and more people come in. We don't actually have any more eliminations until everyone is in the ring.
Yeah, true.
Sheamus is the last one to come in.
Oh, wait.
And
before we go on, I must mention something. So before this match happened, you see the Miz talking to MVP.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, they're talking to each other. That has some importance.
And have one of his usual confrontations with Bad Bunny.
Oh yeah.
Because of course he does. And Damian Priest.
Yes, because why not?
Because why not? Because that's what we need. Another wrestler versus non-wrestler celebrity match.
Yep. Can't have enough of those.
You can.
I see WrestleMania. Bad Bunny.
I realize they are drawing people, WWE, but you can stop doing them now. No one is taking Bad Bunny seriously as a wrestler. And we know if it's going to come to something, Damian Priest is going to carry the whole thing himself.
It was like, side note, that had nothing to do with anything, but it was like, he's a fighting champion. I'm like, who? Damian Priest? Because he was doing all the work. What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's gonna be like, god damn it, it's gonna be like the old Karl Malone and DDP versus Hulk Hogan and whoever the fuck back in WCW back in the 90s. It was some of these matches are just really weird, especially when they take in someone like Floyd Merriweather. At least it's someone who has kind of a genuine fighting concept. This
Yeah.
is Bad Bunny. This is Bad Bunny. He's smaller than. I mean, the dude is smaller than Toya's youngest daughter. For God's sake,
Yeah.
no one is taking him serious. As I mean, I'm sure he's a great mumble rapper. I mean, obviously he just won a Grammy, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure he's very
feel like
popular,
they just give
but
Grammy
no
away
one can
nowadays.
take him serious as a wrestler.
Nope. I think people are over it. But anyway, let's go back to where we were.
Yes, everyone comes in, they fight around a bit, and Sheamus eliminates Kofi. So, no more Kofi Mania for this year.
Darn.
Which is sad.
We're all sad about that.
Yep. Then Drew eliminates Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
Very shortly afterwards, actually. Jeff had a couple of. Jeff showed again why he is who he is. He had a couple of really good moves.
Yeah, he
especially all the stuff
really
from the top of the board.
I hope someday he gets to be a champion again, but
I don't mind Jeff having another title. If he can keep away from the drugs and the booze,
well, I'm pretty sure
I don't mind Jeff having another title run.
I think he's fine with that now.
I really hope he is, because the only person who has...
I mean, it's been a while, and he's been clean for a while now, so...
I mean, I really hope so, because the only person who has prevented Jeff Hardy from being
that the
one of the
WWE
really big main eventers in the last 20 years, that's Jeff Hardy himself.
Yeah, I think he's fine now. I think he's been clean for a while, so...
I hope so, because if he is, he can absolutely be one of the best. He's very, very good at what he does. Let's put it like that.
So then AJ eliminates Sheamus.
Yeah, that was when I was like, huh.
Yeah,
Is this weird?
I was surprised about that. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah. Wait, what? Wait, Sheamus and Drew? What? Well, AJ catches him with a phenomenal forearm and eliminates him. So it's AJ and Drew.
Yep.
And again, they don't fight very long. It takes less than a minute before AJ Drew is down while AJ eliminates Sheamus. And it's basically immediately when Drew comes up, AJ tries to go for another phenomenal forearm, and Drew catches him with a Claymore kick.
In the air.
In the air. Damn straight. It looked awesome. Again, we probably spoke more about the last filler match regarding that. So this match was awesome.
This match was great.
Seriously
I mean,
awesome.
there was like some great moments and stuff like that. It was kind of hard.
Yeah, it was a lot of really, really good wrestlers having like just a. I don't know if it's like a full 5-star match, but it was.
It was good.
Super
and plus,
entertaining.
you have Kofi saying like funny little sayings and stuff like that.
Yeah. That was a really good match. Super, super entertaining.
Very good.
I am very happy. I mean, there's nothing to say about this one. It was really, really good.
Drew retains his championship.
Yeah, and then Bobby Lashley comes out
and beats the holy hell out of Drew.
Really beats the holy hell.
Like he stole something.
Since we've seen such a beatdown.
Really? Like, we don't ever see that. I was like, ow, ooh, ow. I'm like, alright.
What the heck?
Alright.
At that point, I was like, okay, we are dealing with shenanigans, but which shenanigans?
I'm like, okay, I get it. You're mad because you lost the belt?
Yeah.
But what is really going on here?
That was when I was thinking, okay, guys, WWE, you've done this before. Someone losing the U.S. title shouldn't immediately turn around and get a world title match. That was my thought. They're going to give Bobby Lashley they're going to use Bobby as the next challenger for Drew. That isn't a problem, but I was like, he just lost the U.S. title earlier today. You cannot just turn around and give him the main title chance immediately.
But
that's not actually what happened.
But then some music starts playing, and the music comes from The Miz. And we all know The Miz is Money in the Bank. So he went and cashed it in.
Money in the Bank.
So he went and cashed it in. And at first you think he was gonna win because I think he tried to do the DDT, and then Drew kicked out. But then I think he did his finisher and then he
skull-crushing
won.
finale, and boom, this is your new WCW World Champion for the first time
like I said,
in 11 years.
Like I said.
And amusingly enough, that was also by cashing in the Money in the Bank suitcase 11 years ago. So that worked absolutely fine.
I said it wouldn't matter who won the Raw champion, who won on Raw because Miz was gonna cash in. Like I said in the preview.
As you said, you were right. Take a bow.
Taking all kinds of bows. What are you talking about?
I am bowing for her now. If you want me to applaud, just let me know.
I want you to applaud and cheer and say I was right. Thank you.
Woo! You were right. You were always right. You were like the best wrestling predictor ever. That's Toya. She's the best wrestling predictor ever when it comes to The Miz.
I actually kind of like that The Miz is champion because he really
I don't have a problem with that at all. I like The Miz. I think he is probably the best heel they have right now. Not necessarily the best wrestler, but the best heel they have. Man, he can work the crowd.
Oh yeah, he's really good at that. He's really good at this making people angry. Because people are like, I can't believe he did it. I'm like, well, you knew he was gonna cash in. Come on, guys.
I don't think he's going to hold on to the title for long. I'm pretty sure he's going to lose it at Mania. I don't know who he's going to lose it to at Mania, but I'm pretty sure he's going to lose it at Mania. Because, I mean, the thing is, that's the end of Elimination Chamber. Overall, I would give the pay-per-view C+, maybe.
I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, something like that. A little bit over average. The two matches were really good. The rest of it was...
Yeah, it was alright. But we want to talk about... I know we're talking about pay-per-views and Elimination Chambers, but... we want to talk about a little bit what happened on Raw.
Yeah. Because it turns out that the reason Bobby Lashley came out and smashed up Drew wasn't just because he was pissy. It was because The Miz had basically paid the Hurt Business to take out Drew after the match.
Yeah.
Apparently. So Lashley did that. So Lashley performed. MVP said okay, apparently. Lashley came out, took him down, and of course Lashley then confronted Miz and was like, so I did this, so now you're going to give me a world title shot, right? And Miz is like, no, and Lashley then demolished.
Well, he also had blamed, like, I think Morrison for losing his championship, so it's like...
yeah.
So you're gonna, like,
fix
this problem with this...
I guess Lashley is going to challenge Miz at Backlash, probably.
Well, no, I think they had a match, and I think the match is next Monday?
Very possibly.
No, it is. Not very possibly it is.
I didn't see all of Raw, so if you say that, you're right.
So what happens is, they're gonna have a match for the belt, and then Braun Strowman came in and said, "Oh, well, I deserve to have a match as well, whatever." And so then, Bobby Lashley versus Braun Strowman. If Braun Strowman won, he would have a title shot. So it'd be a triple threat match.
Ah, okay, I see. Anyway, Bobby beats Strowman.
Yeah. So next Monday they will be
that I think was a mistake.
Miz versus Bobby Lashley. It could very well be that he might do the next pay-per-view, but for right now,
I mean, Miz is, if nothing else, Miz is an expert at weaseling out of losses or getting DQ losses and so on.
Right.
They can absolutely find a way to keep. I think giving Lashley a clean win over Braun, I think that was a mistake. I think that could be one of those moments where it's like no one's going to take Braun Strowman seriously ever again. And they are very, very good at building up monster heels or monster wrestlers and then destroying them. And I think this could be one of those moments. You could have had the rest of the Hurt Locker run in and cause shenanigans. But this was basically just a Bobby Lashley getting a clean win over Braun Strowman. And I know they are building up Lashley to the stars right now. I still think that might have been a long-term miscalculation.
Yeah, I agree. I just want to talk about something else. It has
Yes.
nothing to do with Elimination Chamber. But on Raw, what they're doing with Asuka, putting her in tag team matches. Like, she's the Raw Women's Champion. Let her fight single matches.
Yeah. It's weird. Then she tags with Charlotte, and then they have a match with Nia and Shayna.
Yeah, and it's like...
And Nia and Shayna wins, and Charlotte...
Oh, and Shayna kicked the crap out of Asuka on Monday.
Shayna kicked a tooth out of Asuka's mouth.
It was bad. It was so bad.
Not kayfabe. She literally mistimed her kick and whammed Asuka right on the jaw, knocking a tooth out.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it on YouTube. You can just go on YouTube and find that clip. It's 9 seconds. Does she just wham her?
It's like, oh, poor Asuka. I'm just like, I don't know what they're doing with her. Like, have her lose the belt or whatever.
I honestly think they are confused and struggling right now because they had built up everything around the Charlotte versus Lacey match.
Right.
Since that's not going to happen, I don't think they know exactly what they want to do.
Well, I mean, that's fine with Charlotte and Lacey, but what's that got to do with Asuka?
I think it's pretty obvious that, Bianca is going to challenge Sasha. That's pretty clear at this point. But they're bringing up Rhea next week. Rhea Ripley. They're bringing her up finally to be the main on the main roster. I think they might be trying to get her involved in the picture somehow.
Oh, because they need to do something with Asuka. Have her I say have her lose the belt and have Asuka come back as a heel. That's what I'm saying.
We talked about this before. Let
couple
Asuka
of times.
go full Kana.
Yeah.
If anyone don't know what I mean by that, Kana was it's Asuka's New Japan name, and in New Japan she was basically like a really frightening psychopath.
She really was. It was fantastic, and it'll be great.
It was amazing. Even in NXT, if anyone remember NXT Asuka, it wasn't nearly the same. She was dominant. She was scary. She was
I like Asuka, but I kind of like her better as a heel.
But it was nothing like Kana, and I would love to see Kana again, or Asuka as Kana.
Frightening.
She is also a strong style wrestler. She can make that look terrifyingly brutal when she does her stuff.
Yeah, and I would love to see that. But they need. I'm just upset about what they're doing with her because they're not doing nothing with her. They're putting her in tag team matches, and some people are saying that she's gonna turn and go after Charlotte. Maybe, and they're gonna fight at WrestleMania. Maybe I don't know. Something needs to happen.
I think the problem is we know Charlotte and Asuka can have a great match. The thing is, they've already done that at Mania.
Yeah.
I don't think people want to see another one. So I think they're struggling because it's like, what are we doing with Charlotte?
I think maybe some people might just because Asuka lost at Mania.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe they want her to win at Mania against Charlotte. I don't know. I would be fine as long as they do something with her.
Yeah, again, I'm with you.
I'd be mad as hell if they went to WrestleMania and Charlotte won, to be honest with you. I would.
Totally.
I would rather her lose before WrestleMania if that was the case.
Again, I think the problem isn't so much what they're going to do with Asuka, because they can put anyone against Asuka. They can choose anyone and make her the primary contender. I think the problem is they had this very very strongly built storyline for Charlotte, and now they don't know what to do with her. and Charlotte is just too important to the women's roster to just say, okay,
over here
you're on
everything,
the shelf
getting
for
pregnant.
now.
Basically over here ruining everything, getting pregnant. Tell your
stupid lazy. Stop having sex with people.
I know, please. Stop having sex with your husband. Who does that?
Like, Jesus, what are you thinking about?
Good Lord. Don't you know we have wrestling?
Yeah. Don't you know we have, like, storylines to tell? Can't you wait to have sex until early May?
That's
all we're asking. I mean, the only thing I could see that might save something like this now, honestly, I mean, they can find a way to save this. Charlotte can go against something else, do something else. Asuka can face whoever. She can face Rhea Ripley. I would love to see an Asuka versus Rhea Ripley match. I think that could be amazing. But I think it's Charlotte that's sort of muddling the water right now because I don't think they know exactly how to go from the lazy thing into this because I don't think they want to drop it completely, but there's no way that Lacey is going to wrestle.
Because they had like a thing with Charlotte and Ric Flair had like a moment.
Yeah, maybe, but
so I don't.
I don't. Let me just say I don't envy the WWE writers right now because I think it's going to be difficult to make work, no matter what they have to do.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe someone will come back.
I don't know either. We'll figure out. I mean, maybe at that point,
someone will come back and maybe that fucked with Charlotte one time, or Charlotte fucked with them or something and got their revenge. And
I mean, theoretically, Becky could come back at Mania.
Good.
I don't think so.
Ronda Rousey could come back. We don't know.
I would think there was a bigger chance in that case if she's actually coming back that we could have.
If she actually comes back, I think that'd be a good rival. Because I mean,
they still have that. I don't think Becky's
that's gonna happen
come back yet.
I mean, Ronda Rousey could come back, but who knows? Like, who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
it's going to be interesting to see, but I think Charlotte is the problem right now, not Asuka.
Well, I mean, Asuka's kind of not the problem because they obviously want to build Charlotte up for something. But I mean, Asuka bringing in tag matches when Asuka should be doing single matches.
Yep.
It's like it's my problem. That's my problem.
I mean, I don't mind Asuka doing this.
I don't mind her tag team matches, but she hasn't done it in singles. When was the last time she defended her title?
Exactly, that's the point. If she does tag team matches, it should be in the service of the women's title. Like right now, we have the women's champion doing absolute. It's like the tag team titles are more important than the women's title, and that's just not how it should be. Asuka, I know they for some reason seem very hesitant to just put the spotlight on Asuka and run with it. And I don't know why. It might be a Vince thing because they did it in NXT and it worked.
Yeah, so like, isn't that why you brought her over?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've discussed this before, sort of slowly. I wonder if it's still like the lingering thing from the American. You know, Vince is thinking American wrestling fans are not going to want a non-American or at least a non-North American as the sort of primary focus of the company.
Maybe.
I think that's.
But I mean, like,
that's.
But it's like what you said the last time, where it's like, well, it doesn't really matter. Like, have her say like some English words in there and stuff like that. Because I mean, that's what she was doing in NXT, and we're like, oh, everybody loves her, and then it's like, oh, okay. But then they bring over him.
Carried NXT. Asuka carried NXT for a year.
Yeah.
When the Horsewoman was brought up, she had one last feud with Bayley. And then that was like 2 months, and then Bayley was brought up, and Asuka carried it for a year until the next girls were ready to come up. So I don't understand why, but that's why I think it. Like I said, I give Vince a lot of credit, and I'm not as much a critic of him as many people are. But I think this screams Vince McMahon.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely screams Vince McMahon.
And it's just really weird when the champion feels like a side player in whatever else is going on at the time.
The women's
She should
face.
be the face of the company. She should be
face of the company because she is the champion. So you should use her as the champion. Come on, Vince.
I mean, again,
I know you watch my videos, Vince. I know.
It was like if back in the 80s. Well, we have this feud between Rowdy Roddy Piper and the Honky Tonk Man, and one of them is going to be teaming with Hulk Hogan for a little while we work things out. It wouldn't work. Hogan would always be like the overwhelming main character. Like the champion should always be the main character. And it feels like they never want to give that to Asuka, and I don't understand it.
It's weird, strange, but yeah. Anyways, I think we should just close this up.
Yep. Also, I keep saying Backlash is the next one. It's actually Fastlane.
Yeah, I don't know why I keep saying Backlash. I don't know what you're talking about. He's just like, Backlash, people.
Apologize for that, people. It's Fastlane, not Backlash.
It's Fastlane and then WrestleMania.
Yep.
But
Fastlane will be on the March 21st, so that'll probably be almost a month until we do another release. Well, at least 3 weeks.
A month. So yeah, make sure you catch that. Also, make sure you catch my bad editing videos this week. Because there was some trouble with the internet. The internet kept going off and on. Bad. Today was horrible. So make sure you catch that. I managed to get what we had and put it into like 4 short videos for the week. So I'm grateful that I got the footage. But yeah, but still, hopefully next week will be a little bit better.
One can hope.
Well, I mean, my internet's going. It's been pretty fine for like the week, so but we'll see. Yeah, also catch Tim on Sundays with his streams.
We are currently in the Neolithic, and I am smashing cannibalistic Neanderthal cavemen's heads in with a rock. So things are going well.
Very nice. I think that's it. And we'll put all our stuff on the bottom so you can follow us, and we'll talk to you guys later. Say bye.
Bye!
Bye!